Alright, so this is meant to be a love reading. Okay, so how does your person feel about you? How do they feel about you? Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Move that out of the way. Alright, pile number 1. We have Desert Vision Quest. You are trying too hard, give it time. So it feels like this person already, the words that I'm getting is too good to be true. So it feels like they do have deep feelings for you. Fantasies as well, but they're questioning whether it's an illusion or not. They're questioning if it's real or not. Kind of like in the desert where you have mirages. It's like that. They're wondering if you're the mirage. With time, you're trying too hard. Give it time. I feel the distance in this card. I feel the distance even with the concept of time. And so it feels as if they're admiring you from afar. Like they can't really get to you. They don't see you as clearly as they want to, or they feel like that they should. And it feels like there's a lot of obstacles in the way, or just things that need to be cleared before they could have what type of relationship they would envision with you. Like that, they're going on a quest, a vision quest. Here it is again with the 8 of Cups. It's walking away from where they've been comfortable for a very long time. It's like, here we go again with the 4 of Swords, with that vision, and with the Emperor. This tells me that they recognize there's a lot of maturity that they would have to invoke in order to be the kind of person that they feel that you deserve. There's a lot of stress that they would have to put themselves through in order to achieve something with you. So let's back up, because clearly how they feel about you is very positive. They hold you in a high caliber. They fantasize about having more with you. They fantasize about who you may be. Like they have an idealized version of you in their mind, and they wonder if that version is actually reality or not. And they understand that there's things that are occurring currently in their life that they have to either get rid of, they have to change, or they just have to sharpen things in their lives in order to be ready for a relationship that they feel they would have with you, or what they feel would be the next level or the next step when it comes to you. So it feels like in order to get to you, in order to go on this vision quest towards you, they have to leave their comfort zone. And it could be, you would be aware of this if they were in a relationship. It could be their job or just their lifestyle, that as where they are right now, they're fine, they're comfortable, there's not a problem with it. But they desire more, right? And that requires sacrifices. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because it's as if this man here is going on a quest in the desert, right? To understand himself and his spirituality, on a deeper level, right? He's not bringing any provisions with him. He's just taking his faith with him. He's taking a leap of faith towards that. And he's leaving behind things that are serving as temptations to him. A temptation to just stay stagnant. A temptation to not grow. A temptation to just focus on the material things, right? When he's going on this vision quest, he's rising up to become the emperor, to become this solid figure. I was going to say political figure. I don't know if that's significant to someone or not. But it could also just be like professional, maybe, or just more like cleaned up, like cleaning themselves up, being more presentable to you. And in their dreams, they dream about more. They dream about commitment, marriage, that moment that they are being proposed to or proposed to you. What that would feel like, what that would mean for them, and what kind of person is the person that they would want to spend the rest of their lives with, and how you fit into that. Are you that person? Are you that somebody for them? And so I see how there's all this water, all these cups, to keep them comfortable, to keep them here. But they're putting it in their past. They're putting, and this is symbolic of that comfort that doesn't serve them, and it's symbolic of heartache that doesn't serve them. You know, things that they're holding on to, like emotional baggage that they're holding on to, that they don't want to have anymore. Because in their dreams, they see themselves as someone who's stable, who's strong, who answers the calling. With this judgment card, it has this archangel during the reckoning calling up the people who have died. They see this as a very spiritual connection, a very spiritual process as well. And there's an acceptance that they feel of the fact that they have to work hard on this. They have to work hard in order to get to you. They have to work hard to earn your respect and to give you what you deserve and to give back to you. Honesty, truth, vulnerability that they feel you're worthy of. They want to be able to be your best friend, and also for your friends or the people around you, your family, to respect them and accept them, and to see and recognize the progress that they've made and the changes that they've made in their life in order to be with you, to get to you. Yeah. The Tower, I see, again, is them acknowledging that they have to let the tower fall. They have to make some serious sacrifices and build on things that are sturdy, rather than allowing this life that they're leading to basically get in the way of what they truly desire, which is you. They have to face heartache. They have to face pain. They have to face the struggle, whatever struggle this is, to bridge this gap that they have with you. So again, with time, your guardian angels are saying to take your time with this. Don't rush. Don't rush into trying to make this happen sooner than it should, because this person needs to come to these conclusions fully on their own. They have to earn their right in space in your life. For whatever reason, it feels relevant to say that. And knowing where your boundaries are so that people don't cross your boundaries, so they don't cross your boundaries. And also not taking too much advice from other people around you, like your personal friends, if they feel like they can counsel you or dictate your relationship with this other person or how it goes, to try not to let that get in the way of things. Only you know your story, only you know like the details and the truth of it from the spiritual side of things. Because I feel like there's definitely a telepathic connection between you guys. And you could feel them like dreaming of you. You could feel them wanting to change their life. Wanting to change for you, for the better. And we have receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. So a way to express your love for them, your compassion for them, is to accept things the way that they are currently. Accept them for the way that they are currently, and know that things are unraveling in due time. They just need to go through this, and you know, sometimes it's frustrating when you can see things are progressing a certain way, and then it kind of builds up this anticipation or this you know, like you just want to get it going, right? You just want to get to that point, and maybe they're taking a lot longer than you expect, or they have the information but they're kind of going back and forth. That's just a normal process for everyone, especially in like awakening. They have to go through it at their own pace, and sometimes go back to what feels normal to them, what feels safe for them, and then kind of dip their toes back in, right? And kind of just acclimate themselves mentally, physically, spiritually, all of that. And to talk and pray to your guardian angels and listen to that inner guidance that you have. Again, prioritize your inner guidance. And I'm hearing like it's okay to take criticism or to take advice from other people in your life, but ultimately kind of try and mesh it together. Don't blindly follow what they're saying, because you're going to be receiving divine guidance as well on what the right thing to do is for this situation, because it's a very unique situation that you have. And I think that you have a lot of people that care about you around you that are trying to give you good information, or you just have a very busy mind. And so just kind of keep doing whatever you're doing to work on yourself, because this person's watching you and admiring you and is being motivated by that. They're being motivated by working towards you being their ultimate goal. Okay, so that's what I see. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey there, pile number 2. So let's see. This one came out pile number 1, so might be connected there. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Oh, I pulled. That's interesting. So I pulled from the wrong deck. It says sometimes The true purpose of things is hidden from view. Something doesn't quite make sense at the moment, but it will soon change. All is about to change. A blessing is on its way, and many more will follow. So you will feel as though it's raining rose petals from heaven. It's time to reflect on what really matters. Ultimately, this love, peace, and happiness, and you can only find these within yourself. When there is a peace and love in your heart, there will be peace and love in your world. For all your experiences are simply your own reflection. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. It feels like a stressful relationship already, like a stressful connection. Like a breakup, disconnect, and it feels drastic, like fast moving, fast paced, where you kind of expected that this was going to happen, but at the same time it was like almost like intuitively you expected it, but it's like one of those things where it's like, but I really didn't know that it was actually going to play out that way. So it kind of shocked you, it kind of surprised you. And this person feels very controlling. Like they feel like they're wanting to control their own life. They want to control their destiny. They want to control the way that people perceive them. Even financially, they feel controlling. This could indicate that this is someone who like really prioritizes their work or is a workaholic. And so it's like they're avoiding you. They're avoiding thinking about you. They're avoiding talking to you, avoiding themselves, really. It feels like they're avoiding their own happiness because you seem to be the kind of person that calls them out on themselves, like calls them out on their crap, and this isn't something that they really want to deal with right now, like because when they hear their own truths from you or through you or even just like being around you, it's somehow like it just brings up like deeper feelings, more than just surface level. And to them, it feels like a distraction right now because they have a set goal in their mind. They have something that they're working towards. And so feelings would just get in the way of that right now. And that's kind of where they're at currently. Is just avoidant, complete avoidant, and kind of on a war path to whatever it is that they're trying to move towards in their life, like career-wise. It feels like reputation. And they're being warned either by people around them or spiritually, like their spiritual team, their guardian angels. They're being warned that they they need to slow down. They need to pay attention. They need to their own feelings. They can't run away and avoid this forever, because it's going to lead to a tower moment for them, right? Like, it's going to lead to a drastic moment, a wake-up call that they're not going to be prepared for, because they keep trying to suppress this part of them. And like, you can only control so much in your life when it comes to fate, when it comes to destiny, that you can't outrun it completely. Like, you can't. It's too much. It's too much. It's too powerful. I didn't realize I did not turn this over. Tsunami wake-up call. Yeah. Because it's you. It's you that's the wake-up call. It's you that's the tsunami. It's you that is going to cause this tidal wave, this tsunami. Like, you are the moon. You are that gravitational pull that pulls that tide, pulls that emotion, pulls those feelings, those thoughts into the shore and destroys the foundation that they've built. That's you. And the way that you're doing that is by you walking away. It feels like you're the one who walked away, or it's like you've had enough of how they have been, and the way that they seem cold. They seem cold and non-reactive. When in reality, they're not processing what has happened. They're not processing how they made you feel, or people around them, because they're very protective of themselves. They're very protective of their own happiness. They're protective of their heart. And it kind of feels like this person perceives the world as combative, as dangerous, in the sense that in order to protect my heart and in order to protect my feelings, I have to be in a position where nobody can get to me. No one can get to that part of me. And the way that I do that is to control my surroundings. The way that I do that is to control the way that, whether people, like the line of communication to me. Like, I have to be a master of my own life. I have to be the master of my own destiny, my own plan. And what they're not seeing is that it's a big life lesson that they're in the process of learning, where it's all going to come crashing down, and they're going to realize, this is later in the future, they're going to realize, you know what, it's safe to have faith in things that are more on the emotional side. It's safe because I know I can handle it, even if things don't work out. Because they're not at that point right now. They feel like if I have enough money, if I have a stable job, if I have, if I'm the master of my own life, then, you know, forget my feelings. Like, I'm in this powerful position. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying it in all kinds of different ways, pretty much saying the same thing. And so what I'm seeing is for you that the advice here, there's advice coming through for you to maintain your faith. Be steady and strong in your faith that you can handle anything thrown your way, that you can handle putting your heart out on the line and it not being received in the best way possible for you, like in a romantic sense, but that there's a greater purpose for it, and that you're able to work through that and find the deeper meaning to it. It's not a reflection on you, it's a reflection on other people, and you can feel safe in doing those things. You can feel safe in taking a chance, because that's something that they're gonna learn through your actions, your reactions and your actions. Because it feels like you're not on speaking terms right now, but that they are. It's kind of like they're not watching you necessarily, in the sense that they're like obsessing over you, but they are observing you because of your absence. Like, they recognize your absence, they can feel your absence. It's like them going on their war path and going, and then realizing, hey, where's my person? Where are they? Like, I can feel their absence. What's going on here? And so I feel these cards came out because they're advice for you. And so I'm going to hold these up so you can see that. If I can get it up. And you can pause and reread this. That's your advice. And have patience. Have patience with them. Your actions, how you act in this situation, is going to speak volumes. More so than anything that you could actually verbally say. It's going to be your actions that really speak volumes. And so it says, love is patient and kind always. It takes strength to recognize the need for change, which is repeated here with transformation. And rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. So using this time, this break, this time apart, to really evaluate within yourself your own needs and desires, and establishing within yourself the importance of being patient with everyone involved, your other person, because they need to recognize those negative relationship patterns that are happening in them. They need to go through this tsunami. They need to be able to have this rude awakening, and it needs to happen by feeling your absence, and that's going to catapult them. Like, something's going to happen where they're just going to have to face their feelings. They're going to have to face it head on, and it's going to be very emotional for them, and it feels like a rolling effect. Like with the tsunami, it's like that major first wave, and then you have the subsequent disaster that comes after it. It's like that of emotions, that major emotion, and then after that, it's emotion after emotion after emotion, right? Like, it's like that that saying about, this is whether you're male or female. For men, it takes several months of like avoidance before they start realizing that they made a mistake, or that they have to process their emotions after a breakup. Women, they tend to try and deal with it immediately and work through it immediately and open up to people around them. And so when you're avoiding these things, it eventually comes crashing down on you, which is what I see here. So just be patient with them. And even with this lotus flower here, it feels like that beautiful flower unfolding out of the mud. It's this awakening that happens through all of that struggle that they're going to have to endure. So to kind of recap on everything, how they currently see you is they're trying not to see you. They're trying to avoid as much as possible and just go headstrong towards whatever worldly desires that they're aiming towards, whatever goals they have. In the back of their mind, they're sensing your absence. They're sensing you not being around. Energetically, I feel they can still kind of feel that tag, like that energetic connection with you. But as time progresses and you're working on yourself, you're turning in on yourself and saying, okay, well, I understand that there's a deeper purpose to this. I understand that I need to give them space. I understand that I need to find this happiness and peace within myself, and find relationship patterns that you need to work on as well, if you have any. Well, I guess we all have some. They're going to just free up. Like, it's going to be this spiritual freeing up of space. It's like that calm right before the tsunami, the absorption of the water into the ocean. And it's like, oh, everything's so different and new and beautiful. What's going on here? And then it just comes crashing down. So reread these two cards right here. And that's what I see for you guys. All right. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So how does your person feel about you currently? I feel like they see you as being a very mysterious person. Okay. She's very mysterious. Possessive, jealous in a way, of you. Like they want to make sure that we have trust here. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Maybe they have trust issues. They want to make sure that they can trust you, or just in general, they do have trust in you, but they just don't trust the people around you. Like, maybe you're someone that's always getting people hitting on you. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay, so the way that they're viewing you currently is they're in this hangman position, meaning they're trying to evaluate, I think it's supposed to be that way, hanging there. They're trying to evaluate this new feeling that they have with you. It feels like they're transforming inside of themselves, where at one point they felt like totally in control of their feelings, totally in control of their life, and now there's this resurgence in them of wanting to take this like playful approach to life, this light approach to life, this new adventure with you. They want to see what's in store for the both of you. It feels very fantastical, imaginative, and again, mysterious. The depths of how they feel for you and the way that they see you as being a deep person and a complex person is so fascinating to them. Let's see what's here. Stone people vigilance. Okay, so again, to me that's beneath the surface. There's, and the stone is, it's been there for eons and eons. And so the way that I see is like this stone has seen so many things. It's been through so many different ages, and that's a representation of you and how they perceive you. Is like you know so much, or you just understand so, like you're so complex and interesting, and the water seems so still, but beneath it there's like this life force underneath the water, you know, all of the fish and the current is just, you fascinate them. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, you fascinate me. And because of this fascination that they have for you, and this position that they're currently in, where they're trying to just like explore your mind, and if you're not in connection, then it's them thinking about you and like just thinking about how interesting you are and the way that your mind works. And they're looking at that, and that's changing themselves within themselves. It's like making them start thinking like, well, what are my desires? What are my interests? What kind of complexities do I have? Or like, what kind of strange things am I interested in that they might be attracted to or find fascinating? And like, what is it within me that they see as so desirable? And it feels like they want to be a stable force in your life. There's a lot of there's a lot of pentacles here. I'm being drawn a lot to the pentacles, and I feel like that's groundedness and stability. It's like they want to make this a reality with you. They want to make this into something that's long term with you. They see a real stable future with you that they want to work towards and they want to make happen. So that's pretty straightforward, honestly. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Listen with your heart. You are listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. Yeah, this is the way they perceive this is a love of a lifetime. And they're so fascinated too by the way that they're changing, or the way that they've changed their mindset and the way that they interact with you and with people around them. It's like when you're in love, you have this like pep in your step, and I feel like they're just surprised that this has happened to them. They're surprised this is going on. You really caught them off guard, it feels like. And this listening with your heart this was a problem that they had before, I feel, is that they weren't really tuned in to their own needs or their heart, or even like what other in the past, their other relationships, they didn't have this like compassion and sensitivity that they have with you. It was very surface level. This is very, very deep. Very deep. And it feels like they're ready and willing to take this leap of faith with you. That's what it feels like, a leap of faith. It feels like I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know, like, I have my hopes for where it goes, but I don't want to hang on to too many expectations of the future or dreams of the future. I just want to live in how this feels right now. It feels so enriching. It feels so good. And you are the kind of person that's like, your mind is hard to keep up with, or like your interests are always changing. There's just something about you that's so unique and different to them that to them they kind of recognize there's no point in trying to solve you. Like, it makes, like, you know, like you're just you're a puzzle that always changes, and they like that about you. Keep them on their toes, and they're just content. They feel very content. They feel very happy, and that they want to make sure that you can kind of be that butterfly that flutters around and has a jolly good time while they're that flower that you can always return to, that you can always rely on, will always have nectar, that will be there to shelter you from any storm. You know, they like that, the differences in that they can always just kind of admire you being yourself and like wild and free, and that they can be there to say like, hey, I'm here for you. You know, I support you. I trust in you. I believe in you. And I think that's where that jealousy or the possessiveness comes from. Because it doesn't feel like they're trying to restrict you. It just feels like there's that intimidation factor of your brightness, where they know that there's going to be a lot of suitors. They know that people are looking at you and are interested in you, and so they want to just make sure that they're yours, you know, and vice versa. I think it's pretty much, that's just a side note that they feel. So yeah, that's what I see for you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.